After you've created your Python program, you probably don't want to have to load it into idle and run it from there each time you want to use it. In this lesson, I'm going to share with you a couple of different ways to execute your Python programs. If you're on Windows, you can simply double-click on your Python program to execute it. A window will pop up while the program is executing, and then it disappears after it's done. Here's what that looks like. I'm going to click on this hello file, which happens to be a Python program. You can see that it runs and it quickly disappears. Now, this might be perfectly fine depending on what the program does. If you don't really need to see the output of the program, then this will work just fine. But let's say you do want to see the output from the program before the window disappears. To do this, run the program from the command line. First, open up a command prompt. In Windows, you can usually search for command prompt or find it in the menu. I'm just going to type in command prompt. You can also type in CMD many times and it will come up as well. So I'll just click here to start it. From here, we can just type in Python and then follow it with the name of the Python program we want to execute. I've saved this hello.py Python program on my desktop. I can run the program by providing a path to the file like so. I'm just going to type in Python and then I'm going to give a full path to that file. So C, users, in this case owner, desktop, hello.py. And then the output is produced by running that program. I can also run it with a relative path like so. I can use Python, and then since it's in the desktop subdirectory, I just run it like this, and it also executes. Let me change into the desktop directory and run it again. You might have noticed that the file ends in a .py extension, but when you look at it on the desktop or in the File Explorer, the .py extension is hidden. Just be aware that you have to include the full name of the file when running it from the command line. Let's move on to Mac and Linux. Here the process is very similar. To get to the command line, open up a terminal. On Mac, the terminal is located in the Utilities folder that resides in the Applications folder. Once the terminal is started, type Python 3 and then follow it with the name of the Python program you want to execute. So we'll type Python 3 and then hello.py. If you're using Python 2, then you would run Python hello.py. In addition to supplying a Python file to the Python 3 command, you can execute the file directly by setting the execute bit on the file and specifying Python in the interpreter directive on the first line. To set the executable bit on the file, run chmod space plus x and then the name of the file. Here we'll do this on hello.py. Let's look at the contents of this file with the cat command. To set the interpreter directive, make sure the first line in your Python file looks like the first line in this Python file. It starts with a £, then an exclamation point, and then /user, /bin, /env, space Python 3. Now that the interpreter directive line is in place, we can run the Python program by using relative or absolute paths to the file. I can do that by running ./hello.py and hitting enter. Or I could run the file by providing the entire or full path to that file. I'll do that by typing in /users, /json, /hello.py and hit enter. Note that it's safe to include the interpreter directive even if the program will be executed on a Windows system. Windows will simply ignore that line and execute the remaining Python code. Finally, I'd like to point out that you can run the Python shell interactively from the command line. To do that, enter the Python command by itself on the command line. Here I'll enter Python 3. You can see that this looks like the Python shell you see when using idle. To exit or quit the shell, type quit with a pair of parentheses.